All right, let's take a look at the weather. I would love to see more green behind me rather than the pink, because pink means cold temperatures. That's when you get below blue, and then it starts to get back to the darker purples and eventually pinks. And this morning, we started off with temperatures very cold, much colder than the freezing mark, around 0 degrees. It was 5 in the city of Detroit this morning. We were below 0 in Port Huron at 6 below, 2 below in Lapeer, excuse me, and then also 0 in Ann Arbor, so right there. But definitely cold conditions this morning. Thankfully, as we have moved throughout this morning, we have warmed up, and now into the early afternoon, some of us are much warmer. Lapeer making up some great ground, 25 already for you. We're looking at 21 in Port Sanilac. Elsewhere, mainly though still in the upper teens, but we are going to continue to climb with our highs in the mid-20s this afternoon. But we do have kind of an interesting weather pattern going on, in that a storm system is going to move across the Great Lakes, mainly the northern part of the Great Lakes, and impact our weather as we move into your Tuesday. But we're not going to see much in terms of precipitation from it. However, we are going to see some. As we take a look, you can see all the snow up farther to the north, that bottom edge, the southern edge of it. And as it continues to move to the east, it will mainly stay to our north until we get into tonight. We actually have a little front that's going to try to extend all the way through our region. So you can see a little bit of the pink there, which means mixing. However, with this weather pattern, that means that we'll look at freezing rain potential as we head overnight tonight. But it is just going to be a small amount, and the timing will mainly be around midnight tonight through about 3 o'clock in the morning as it moves on through. So thankfully, when a lot of us should not be out on the roadways. Also, if we do get some ice to actually accumulate from the freezing rain, I really do not expect much at all. So we should not have big concerns as you wake up tomorrow morning of icy roadways all over the place, but still be a little bit cautious as you step out the door. But by the time we step out the door tomorrow morning, our temperatures are already going to be climbing, because we'll fall into the warm section of this storm throughout the day on Tuesday before eventually some colder air comes in and brings us a chance for some flurries. But once again, that'll be overnight on Tuesday. Also not worried about accumulation with that round of moisture. So the biggest impacts from the storm, not snow, not freezing rain, but the warmer temperatures coming in, especially tomorrow. Today's highs will be in the mid to upper 20s across southeast Michigan. As we get into tonight, we're actually only going to fall just a couple of degrees. Most of us staying above 20. So you can see the lows tonight mainly in the low 20s. As we take a look at your 7-day forecast, we jump tomorrow with highs near 40 degrees. Not all of us will make it there, but I am going 41 for the city of Detroit. We do drop back down as we move into Wednesday, but thankfully it's not as far as where we've been. We'll hold near the freezing mark all the way through the rest of the week, and it doesn't look like we'll have another chance for any sort of rain, sleet, or snow until Sunday.